Medusa was a masterpiece of the legendary artist Theodore Géricault, which symbolized oppression and retrocession of society by privileged member of the monarchy. This Medusa ship is a French warship that headed to Senegal in 1816, which carried about 150 passengers. Due to the captain's negligence, the ship hit a reef which caused the crew to sink. The captain of the ship and the high commander had an attitude of self-importance and saved themselves by boarding the available safety boat and leaving the other passengers.
Background of the title The Raft of the Medusa. French title is L'Irradiée de la Medusa. Original title as Scene de Naufrage or Shipwreck Scene. Done at the year of 1819, and the medium that artist used is oil on canvas. Dimension 60.1 feet for the height and 23.4 feet for the width. The type of painting is history, and the museum is Paris Theodoric Géricault. Artist background. Name as Jean-Louis André Theodoric Géricault. First at Normandy, France on 1791 and died at Paris, France on 1824 at the age of 32. Nationally French, and notable work is The Raft of Medusa.
Realism in painting. The painting was created during a time when French art world was dominated by neoclassical work, which emphasized idealized representation of reality. However, the Raft of Medusa broke away from these traditions with its realistic portrayal of human suffering and struggle. This approach to painting will go on to influence artists in the following decades, such as Gustave Courbet and Edward Manet.
The influence of the art in architecture. The canvas were huge, measuring more than 16 by 23 feet, so large that Géricault had to raise studio large enough to house it while he worked. Standing in the front of the painting, we see a raft built from scrap wood rocking on the wave of the ocean. The eye is first drawn to interlaced figure moving across the canvas to the right. Bodies extended together as their arms move upward in a strong diagonal. At the top of the group, a black man with a red and white clothes, gesturing a small ship far in the background, as does a light-skinned figure below him. All the living people depicted in the fascinating pyramid composition are eagerly looking for a survivor, but among them are the dead and the dying.
The relevancy of the Raft of Medusa is social and political critiques. The painting itself is a critique of French government corruption. It criticized the French monarchy for protecting influential and powerful people. It also a symbol of protest against government and sparked decision about the responsibility and accountability of those in power. Second is historical significance. The painting represents the actual history of French frigate Medusa 1860. The shipwreck has a scandalous political implication in France, which the captain of the ship only saved himself and senior officer while leaving lower ranks to die on the ship.
Today, the painting is relevant in terms of value of human life because it reminds us of the importance of accountability and responsibility. The tragedy depicted in the painting occurred because those in power did not take their responsibility seriously. In contemporary times, we need to remember that every life is valuable, and those in authority have a duty to protect and serve the people. The painting serves as a reminder that our action and decisions can have far-reaching consequences and that we should strive to do our best to ensure the safety and well-being of those around us.
In my perspective, I really like the way this art conveys a message to describe the human conditions after the ship they were on sank in the sea. Besides that, we totally can see how miserable they look in this art. Especially the position of the figure applied in the art can show how badly the ship was destroyed when it sank. I would say that Theodore Gericault did a good job for the art, like the way he applied the important element used by painter showed that he understood what he wanted to convey to people about the art.
In conclusion, the influencer of the picture Theodore Gericault Raft of the Medusa created an anger among the public. Some consider it as a demonstration against the existing political order and perceive it plays on the fact that the influencer Medusa captain was accepted on board for protection. Therefore, corrupt officials are to blame for what happened.